Hello everyone and welcome. My name's Lenny and this is Big Girls Really Do Cry. So I wanted to do a chatty video. Now I apologise if I waffle on, but hopefully I'll explain what I want to say. I've turned my fan off, so I'll apologise for this because I am proper hot. It's about 31 I think at the minute, or something ridiculous like that. So those of you who may watch them may have noticed that I didn't put a diet word video out yesterday, and I've been struggling with food and stuff and just feeling very sort of you know what I mean, like a bit meh. It's just meh, isn't it? I don't know, I always get confused. And I think I've kind of got what it is. I think I've got the grips with it now. I think it's to do with feeling stuck is the best way to put it. So it came up in my memories on Facebook, and it had been like, I'd had all these ideas, and it was like my 42nd birthday, so it was like 5 years ago basically. And I remember lying in bed in hospital on my 42nd birthday, and I just managed to do I've managed to do 30 steps, which was more than I'd ever done, and things were just looking really positive. And I remember thinking, oh, I'm going to go all over, I'm going to do all these different things, and life's going to be great, and then I'll be walking all over the shop and blah blah. And obviously that didn't happen. My legs didn't play ball, shall we say. And don't get me wrong, I have done loads of things. I have things that are beyond my own brain power, because I didn't think that I would do them. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I just had to pause and get a drink there. So yeah, I have done some amazing things, met loads of amazing people, and yeah, it's been amazing. You know what I mean? In the past 5 years, compared to the previous 5 years, shall we say. So the previous 5 years, I never left the house for 4 years of them, and then probably barely any of the other year. So yeah, in comparison, I've also lost 15 stone. Obviously, granted, it was more at one point, but yeah, it's still there. And when I was in hospital, there was I had like a thing on like a motivation thing that the nurse did with me, which was about like things that I wanted to achieve. So on that board, I'll put it up there if I can find it. There, yeah. On there was like walking, which I did at the time. Obviously it was ticked off because I did rewalk, but I haven't stayed rewalking. And then on top of that, there's been just looking after myself and going to the shops with my daughter, which is not ticked off on the paper but has been done. And there was one other thing on this list, which was to go to a football match with my son, and I have got plans to do that this year. So I need to speak to the stage in my life. I want to find out and work out how I can get like, it'd probably be easy, but I like to have a plan. I like to know which way I'm going. Because otherwise it causes anxiety, and although I'll try anyway and still do it through the anxiety, like going to the super lighthouse, but it's a big deal. So that's the other thing. And then I think I need more goals again, you know what I mean? Like, and losing weight is part of that. It is, because the healthier I am, the less I weigh, the less uncomfortable I feel in terms of like the lipedema and lymphedema as well, because it just causes extra pressure. I can hopefully get a smaller wheelchair. I think the thing is as well is I was seeing the orthopedic doctor about getting my knees done, and I don't know what's really happening with that. And this is the other thing that's made us feel stuck, I think. So obviously before COVID, I haven't been seen since 2019, I think it was, and there was plans for us to keep losing weight and eventually get my knees done, and that was the plan. Obviously I gained a lot of weight. I still have 3 stone left of the 9 stone that I gained, or is it, yeah, 3 stone left of the 9 stone that I gained, and obviously I want to continue losing more, which seems a bit daft. Oh well, you know, the last few weeks I haven't really controlled my food and stuff, haven't really done any sort of control, but I think there's something in me where I just, when there's something like that, I think I struggle until I know what I'm doing in a way that makes us like, if it's, I don't know if it's like a self-destruction type of thing. Like, well, if I fail, maybe, and I'm not frightened of failure anymore, because, you know, I realise that it's not that scary. It's not as scary as we think it is. And if we didn't fail, then when we did do it, it wouldn't feel that good. But like, oh well, I do it every week, you know. I'll run a marathon, just do it on my break. Do you know what I mean? Like, it would, if it was such, if things like that were easy to do, I mean, yeah, it would make it like, when you did them, not that exciting. You know what I mean? Is what I'm trying to say. But I sometimes think that what I do is I kind of self-sabotage myself in a way that, oh well, I've got this far and I've done this much, but then if I just, I don't know, if I just destroy it a little bit, if it doesn't work, then it won't feel so bad. I don't know, maybe that's not how it is, maybe that isn't it. Maybe I'll realise once I've put some plans in place that things will, you know what I mean. I think the thing is, in the past, the other thing is in the past 5 years, everything that has been achieved, I've constantly had to fight for, whether it be a piece of equipment to help me, whether it be a service to help me. It's a constant fight, whether it's a fight with myself in the fact that not only you've got to get up and move your ass, do you know what I mean? Like, whether it's that fight, but it's just this constant fight. And I think that's what life is, isn't it? It's just a constant fight of whatever it is that you want to get. And I'm at this stage now where I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I definitely want to continue to lose weight. I need to, and I want to, and I know how to do it because I've done it, and I know what works best for me, etc. I just need to put it in place and just focus and just go for it, which is my plan. I also want to finish off last year's, of that list 5 years ago. Well, it'll be 5 years in October, to go to the football match. So that's my plan, to finish that list off. And then on that list was to lose weight, but it's still on this list because I need to lose more weight. Now this is the bit where I've been struggling, and it's about my knees, and it's about the fact, do I fight to get my knees done? continue losing weight so that hopefully, you know what I mean, that they can be done. Fight to get my knees done, you know, contact the doctor, get them to re-refer us, and so on and so forth. But the problem I have is, am I going to cause myself more issues if that is the case? So I want to walk. Could it get upset? Told myself I wasn't going to get upset, you know what I mean? A minute. Sorry, 1 second. I want to walk because it would make a massive difference to my life, even on the little things, even if it was just a little bit, because being able to go to the toilet, being able to go and make myself a drink, and just go to the door if somebody knocks, all those tiny things. Sorry, I will stop. Right. No more crying, lady, no more crying. Okay, right. Yeah, all those little things are huge things to me, huge. And I've got no doubt, right? I want to hoover the floor, hoover the carpet, wash a window. I've no doubt that I'll do them once and I'll be like, that wasn't exciting. Why did I ever want to do that for? Do you know what I mean? But it's just the fact that I can't do it, so there's a difference. Because I can't do it, you know what I mean? I feel like I have to do it. Also, I want to. I think personally, if I did get my knees done, the best I could hope would be to be able to do a few steps. You know what I mean? To possibly do those things, like maybe go to the toilet or answer a door or something. But I think the problem I would have is I already have an issue with one of my hips. I already have an issue with my back and my coccyx. My feet have issues. And I am in pain, but I don't class it as pain, I class it as discomfort. So I get uncomfortable, you know what I mean? So putting bits of metal in your knees or replacing your knees with bits of metal doesn't sound like something that might be quite comfortable. And I know that, having spoken to other people who've had it done, there's a sort of mixed review. People have someone who's had a reaction to the metal and has to have it took out. Her body's constantly allergic, so she's going through them symptoms all the time. I know someone who has had them done and it's changed their life. I know someone who's constantly in pain. So now we're in this thing where, like, do I risk how I am now, with the fact that it might not work, with the fact that means always accepting that I'm in a wheelchair? And don't get me wrong, there's people in a wheelchair, like, and you know, they get through and do the things, focusing on the things that you can do, which is what I try to do. It doesn't mean that now and again it doesn't come back and you think, oh well, you know, it'll be good to do that or whatever. Do I focus on something else entirely, which is accept that I'm in a wheelchair, accept that if I realise that being in a wheelchair, I realise that it means that you're your life is shorter. I understand that. Also, the other thing would be, do I fight for things like being able to go somewhere? Because at the moment, nowhere can take me and Robo Bitch being my wheelchair, if you're not aware, at the same time. So do I fight for some sort of transport that can do that? But not just for me. Like, there's got to be loads of people out there who are in similar situations for whatever reason, where there's no transport for them and they'd like to go out, or someone who's bedbound, for instance, who would love to go and see the beach, and they could be at their end of their life or something, but like they want to go and see the beach one more time, and like surely there should be something for that. Do you know what I mean? Or go to their partner's grave or whatever. But also for people who are stuck because of the level of equipment they need, or the wheelchair's too big, as in my case, to use any other sort of transport. Do I then, you know, or maybe like eventually I'll lose enough weight that my wheelchair will be small enough, as will me. I don't think that'll happen, because with the lymphedema and the lipedema, I'm prone to always swell, and they go from when they measure you, they go from where you spread to, and I spread. So even having lost 15 stone, I spread. It's, you know, it's level of whatever. You put a balloon down and it spreads a bit further, and that's me. So I don't think I'm going to end up with a smaller wheelchair. So do I fight for that? Do I fight to get my knees done and you know, hope that I have the best outcome on that score? I don't know. And this is what I've been struggling with, you know, and this is what I need to make a decision on. And maybe if I got reviewed with my knees, maybe they'd tell me if the knees would sustain it, because it's the bones around, you know what I mean? At the same time, I don't want to put myself in a ton of pain. Like, I can cope with my pain level as it is. Could I cope with it if it gets worse? I don't know. It's really hard. It's you know, I was so focused on it before. It was just like, it was just a no-brainer, you know, like we're just getting it done, and maybe like I wasn't thinking about it, but I think it's because it's been 4 years since I've walked. I think, well, maybe 3.5. I stood up about a year, so it's about 3 years since I've stood up, I think, even. So yeah, it's, and I think obviously approaching 50, I'm kind of like, what do I focus it on? Because the weight loss has to be a part of it either way. I want to lose weight. I need to lose weight. It makes us feel better, and I feel like I'm in control. But I think, and I'm not saying that I've been necessarily all over the shop, because I haven't. And like I said, I did write me stuff down this week, and I was like 2,440 odd. So I have calmed it down a bit, but it's still not under my losing category. It's not. Anyway, it's Monday today, by the way. It's my son's birthday tomorrow. I'm planning on having a takeaway, so it's not the best, is it? But yeah, I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to, like, I don't know, I suppose we all get stuck, don't we? We all get stuck, whether it's like just same old, you don't know. And I know that whatever I decide, and maybe I need to go down the route of going having a look, speaking to the doctors, asking them what they think, and deciding from there, maybe, before I decide not to have my knees done. that's the other thing, is that like because of the lipedema and lymphedema, I'm worried because that makes you more prone to infection, and because of where it's obviously in your legs. And I've had cellulitis a few times, and the last time it wiped me, you know what I mean? Like it caused so many after effects. It like really wiped me, and I really don't want to catch that again, obviously. But doing nothing doesn't help, does it? Doing nothing just means in a year's time I'll be sitting here doing this video again because I've done nothing. So yeah, plan is, as soon as I can get tickets, our football matches start at the end of the month, so I'm going to phone up the stadium tomorrow and find out if there's somebody there that could show us the entrance. Maybe if I could go there and see how you get in, do you know what I mean? And so that I'd feel a bit more comfortable about it. So that is my plan, which will finish off my last one. It'll finish off my last list, and then back straight on the beginning of the first list is to lose weight still. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to come and explain, and hopefully, you know, you understand what I mean. You might be in a similar situation or a different situation, but you have some understanding, I hope. And I will be back on Sunday this time, and yeah, we'll start afresh. Anyway, thank you for listening to me waffle, and if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Other than that, I'll put a video up there, something else that I might have done about something. And I shall see you next time. Bye bye now. Bye bye.